Searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Short dark hair, but those eyes so bright.
Okay, we're back for some more shenanigans. I was going to go solo today, but then I realized my girl Kiki is leaving us for the south of France for a few weeks. So I was like, you know what? Pause on the solo. I can do that anytime because I'm one person, but I just needed to have a little Kiki with you before you leave.
Yeah, you know.
How was your weekend?
It was good, you know. I just like hanging out. I feel like I'm in a good place. I like where I'm going, doing some new
Okay.
projects.
I mean, yeah, going to the south of France.
You know.
So what all are you going to do?
So I have a good friend who's opening up an art gallery and she
Okay.
wanted me to come cover it. Obviously, I'll be there with the festival, so I will be trying to sneak on to any yacht parties if I can get
Yeah.
in. So, you know, I love the south of France. I went to Nice once and I was like determined to, this is when that Sex and the City song was out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to go to Nice and I'm going to meet a French rapper. We're going to get married and live in the south of France. But that has not happened yet. But maybe this time.
Maybe.
You never know.
I'm going to manifest that for you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're in your tourist/festival season.
I know. Started with, so summer, you know, obviously the older she gets and her birthday falls on Stagecoach. Do I have to go? Sometimes, yes, for work. But this year I was like, okay, I don't technically have to be there. So I looked at the lineup. I was like, I'm not missing Sunday. Sunday's her actual birthday. And it's also the day I gave birth. So let's normalize celebrating the moms on the kids' birthdays too, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to throw her a party on Friday. Because I asked her, I'm like, when do you want to do a party? Do you want to do it on a Saturday, a Friday? So we can do after school. I gave her all these options. She liked Friday. So I was like, okay, we'll skip the festival Friday. Did her birthday party after school from 3 to 6. Betty Brocker made the entire cake from scratch.
Oh my God.
He was up like all night the night before. Fondant, the whole
there
thing.
was fondant on it?
Yes, the whole
my
cake was
God.
covered in black fondant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw the final product. I saw him making it. I don't know if I saw the final product.
And then he like rolled the dragon eggs on it to like give it a little texture and then placed all the eggs on it, the toothless on top. I mean, he crushed it and it actually tasted good too.
Oh, okay.
Did the sprinkles in it.
So
it was really
handy.
good.
I still need him to come over and fix some things at my house.
Done. When you're back, just let him know.
Okay.
But yeah, so then after the party wrapped up at 6, everyone knew we were going out to the desert. So we got out to the desert and we were thinking, we're like, okay, do we go into the festival at the very end for Diplo or do we just go see Diplo at Zenyatta? So did that, went to the afters. We're up so late. And then festival Saturday, went back to the house Saturday night so we could wake up with her on her birthday. 3 hours sleep, maybe 4. And then we went to the Palm Springs Surf Club for the day.
Oh, what's that?
It's so cool. So they have like a full like wave like
I've heard about this
thing. I don't know. It creates waves. It's like you go surfing.
Okay.
But they have a lazy river. They have water slides.
I want to go to that.
It was so fun.
Okay.
And I had 2 of her older cousins, they're like 11 and 13, come out and surprise her.
Okay.
And then, I mean, built-in babysitters. She didn't care what we did that night. She just wanted to be with her cousins.
No, that's so fun. Well, the one thing I'm sad about going to Cannes is I'm going to miss your actual birthday party, which I'm sad because I feel like it's become a tradition.
That's right.
And so I'm really, really sad. I literally tried to look at every flight and it was like there was no way I was going to get there before the opening.
Yeah.
But the good thing was last week, I guess Sky Zone heard us talking about Sky Zone. They reached out and they were like, we'd love to set up a date. So as a makeup birthday party, I want us to have like a huge just day with like your kids, my friend, their kids.
Yeah.
Like, but I just mostly want to play.
Okay. Wait, I love that. We'll plan it. I know
we'll
Christina wants to come
birthday
for sure.
party. Yeah. Let's just do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Did you see everything online? I mean, I'm sure you did. Saturday, everyone getting evacuated from the festival.
Oh my God. What? The wind?
What? The wind did pick up and quite early. So I was like, it's only probably going to get worse.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually get better. But then it started to get better. There was already one tree that had completely, like Brock saw it fall down. No one was standing right there. No. Maybe people heard it or whatever. But yeah, so that tree came down. And then, I mean, just on all of the screens, they're like, evacuate, seek shelter. And the winds are starting to die down. And we're like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, do we really need to leave? So we're like, we're going to wait this out. Because I'm reading into what it's saying. And it's saying the festival is postponed until further notice.
Okay.
They didn't say it's canceled.
Okay.
So I'm like, postponed until tomorrow, postponed until later tonight. Like, let's just kind of wait it out and see. So we're waiting in the back of like the GA area. But the security guard comes over to us and starts yelling at us that we need to leave and this and that. And we're like, okay, I guess that maybe it is canceled.
Yeah.
So we get out. We had taken e-bikes, but there were 5 of us and only 4 bikes. Whatever it was, we had an extra person. And so my sister was like, I'll have the car pick us up, then go get us to go back to the house. So I was like, okay, take Dad. I'll take the bike. I have not ridden a bike since I think Stagecoach 2007 or 8.
Uh-huh.
Fell off the bike at that Stagecoach.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that one. So I'm like, it's okay. We're gonna do it. I'm not putting my dad in like wind and all of that like on this little e-bike. So they take the car. Right as we pull the bikes up to the house, they're like, the festival's back open. I'm like, are you kidding me? Thankfully, we were only a 6-minute bike ride.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, well, we're back here. Let's just like reset for a few. They pushed all the sets like an hour.
Okay.
So we like change, get a little more cozy, have a drink. And then we're like, all right, let's go back. And then by then my dad was like, I'm seated in the car. I'm not coming back in.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because he wanted to see Lainey Wilson.
Oh, well, and he didn't get to.
I know.
That sucks.
Yeah. So we missed out on that with him, but I had my best friend Adri from high school with me, and she just loves Lainey.
Okay.
So the 3 of us just went back in and had so much fun.
Now, was Lainey big prior to Yellowstone? Because she's the one from Yellowstone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And my dad had never heard of her before then.
Okay.
I never heard of her until my dad.
Okay. So they basically created a country star.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But she was so awesome. She does
Did you meet her?
No, I didn't get to
Okay.
meet her. But what was great was because everyone had left the pit area,
Mhm.
which at Coachella was like beyond oversold.
Yeah.
I mean, we were right there.
Oh,
Like
amazing.
there was just no one there. We had so much space around us. It was
Evacuations
crazy.
are good.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not mad at this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had so much fun. And then it's so cute. Lainey brings up a cowgirl of the night and like gives her a hat. And it's usually like a little kid or someone, I
Yeah.
guess. And this little girl was so adorable. Like she didn't know what was going on. She's like looking at herself on the big screens and was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it was really cute. So we like her.
Do you think that bigger music fans come to Stagecoach than Coachella? Like people are more into country music than they
Yes.
are? Okay.
Yeah. And the difference too, you see everyone at Coachella is like this, whereas everyone at Stagecoach is like this.
Okay.
Like you don't see a lot of phones out. Like I felt like I couldn't even really record because I'm like looking around. No one around me is recording. So I was like, I'll just get a couple videos to like show my dad, like, well, this is where we were. But
I think that's why it's easier for me to hate on Coachella from my couch because so many people at Coachella are doing content. Whereas like Stagecoach, I'm like, I don't really see much of anything.
No,
the
just
win was like the big
win.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking. So I saw like yesterday, there was like this whole thing that went down at Stagecoach. So the McBee Dynasty, that show with like the McBee
we met them at
brothers.
BravoCon. I heard there was some scandal or something, but I don't know what it is.
So basically, Steve McBee Jr., who's like, he's the junior. He's the one that's taken over the farms. He started dating this woman, Allie Eklund, who I don't know, but
okay, I don't know.
She was
her.
at BravoCon. That was the girl he was with, I believe.
Gotcha. Okay, so maybe
And-
I met her then because I met a chunk of them in cowboy hats. Couldn't tell who from who.
And she looks very similar to his ex, Kayla, right? So I guess he left Stagecoach early to get back to, I think, Missouri to do whatever work he needs to do.
Mhm.
Allie stayed behind. She had after party. She was partying. All of a sudden, I wake up Monday morning. There is a video from Steve McBee. He's like posting a whole video with sitting next to his dog. And he's like, I'm so sorry, you guys, for bringing attention to my relationship on social media. That's not who I am. But, I was just having a bad day. And I was like, what is he talking about? And he had posted these stories where someone DM'd him in the middle of the night videos that he said showed Allie cheating on him. He
at Stagecoach?
At Stagecoach at this after party. She said, are you still with that girl, Allie? He's like, yeah, why? And there was a video. He didn't play the video. He just set the screenshot and the guy that, the profile of the guy. So basically, he's like saying that she cheated, and that's all we see. So you see all of the, reality stars flooding into his comments. I see Kyle Cook. I see Kristen Doty. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, be strong, man. They're all supporting him. I'm like, let me wait this out because I know these McBee guys.
Right.
I want to wait till Allie wakes up. It's 7 in the morning in West Coast time. Well, Allie wakes up and she's like, are you kidding me? And she goes scorched earth. She starts releasing all of the texts, full context of him, like, you know when you the Katie rage text.
Oh, the rage text. Yeah.
This was rage text to a whole new level though, because it was abusive. It was calling her a hooker.
So James Kennedy rage text.
A whore. You're a slut. You've never been a slut. I don't know why I tried to make a slut into a girlfriend. You'll never be anything but a slut. You better come here. You better book your flight now to get your shit out of my house. Right now, you fucking hook. I mean,
was this from the night before, just like through their relationship?
This was from the night before, that night of him just rage texting from this video. And she's like, she basically was like, what are you talking about? She went and did an Us Weekly interview of like, I don't even know why she released the full video. The full video does not show any grinding or cheating or anything. It's just her having a good time at Stagecoach. So then he deleted the video because I think he really went online thinking he was going to garner sympathy, which made the reality stars look bad because it did look like they were supporting him. And then when she came out with his side, he deleted the video. Now, Kayla, the XX, now she's been releasing texts. She's like, I've been quiet for 2 years, but this is what I've experienced too. She started releasing texts. And I said, this is like, when you have like the Streisand effect or milkshake duck, I'm like, there's a new McBee reverse Uno because he thought he was going to do something. Oh my gosh. It's reversed. The show's coming out, I think, in a month, the new season of McBee. Obviously, we'll watch. And she's on it, the new girlfriend.
Wow.
But, I mean, he does not look... I mean, he looks worse than Jax, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's like, that's Jax level, like...
Yeah.
Verbally abusive language, hate language. It's not good.
No, James used to do that. I remember there was one night we were at Ledoux for something with maybe when the Hills came back or whatever it was, we were there for like some party. He was out of town on a DJ gig back when he was drinking. And Raquel was a little drunk with me and Ariana. I made sure I took an Uber, took her back to her house. I get her upstairs in Park La Brea, literally tuck her into bed, plug her phone in for her. And I was like, okay, you're good. And when she woke up, I mean, so many texts from him. And I was like, James, I had to block his number that night. I was like, she didn't do anything wrong. She had a few drinks, as clearly you did too. She went home. I tucked her in bed. She was perfectly fine. She wasn't doing anything. She did not deserve any of these texts. And that was like kind of towards the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
And then, he got sober. And so we thought it was better. And then, here we go again.
The worst part, not the worst part, but one of the bad parts too is he also talked about, he's like, and this is why you always have your tits out. You dress like a slut. And here's my thing. Guys like that want the girl that looks like that. They want that body. They want to show her off like a trophy piece. But the minute they're mad, all of a sudden, because she dresses that way, she's, a slut. She has her tits out. And I'm just like, give me a fucking break. It pisses me off to no end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wait, do they do a reunion on that show?
I think so. I don't remember, actually. I think they might.
If not, they will this season.
If anything, Cal is coming out and we'll see what happens. But
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, is this their second or third season?
This is like their fourth season. I think this might be the season 4.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Season 3 or 4. Yeah.
I am so behind on my reality TV. I'm behind on TV in general. And I'm like,
me too.
I don't know which lane to pick. Do I try and like catch up with every housewife in the Valley and all of that because I'm already behind?
Yeah.
Or do I just like switch to scripted and just like...
I know. Let me tell you, while Cannes will be a vacation, honestly, the flight itself, where I can just be offline and watching TV and getting caught up, will be the best part of the vacation.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay. So when I go to London next month.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to take a red-eye flight, so I will try and sleep. But
yeah. Okay.
That is a good time to catch up on the flight back.
Oh, yeah, because you're going, what is it called? What fest is that?
Mighty Hoopla.
Mighty Hoopla. Oh,
yeah.
And then Erica Jane, I think, is going to be there, too.
She was there last year.
Oh, okay.
Meredith Marks is there this year.
Okay, Meredith Marks. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
The Scissor Sisters, Jessie J.
Oh, my God.
I'm excited.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then I have a club appearance. I think it's called Coco.
Okay.
On the 2nd.
All right.
So, yeah.
You should try to hang out with the ladies of London while you're there.
Ooh. See, that's another show that it's like I want to watch it, but okay. But speaking of reality shows.
Yes.
Summer House.
Oh my God.
More reunion leaked audio. I mean, now it's like a full-blown situation. So I don't know if they're still up right now, but we listened to leak 2 and leak 3 last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to listen to this immediately before it gets pulled down. But I mean, at this point, it's like, who knows how many more are even coming still? Because I heard somewhere that there were like 20 or 30 minutes total.
Yeah. And they only released in those parts like 7 minutes or so. So
yeah,
I definitely thought they were going to drop throughout the night, but it looks like that account got completely banned or deleted. So I don't think they could finish what they were trying to do.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, it's like you can't put the genie back in the bottle. You know, everything, at least this whole chunk of it, is out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, can we just acknowledge how fucked up this is?
It is.
Like, it's such a huge betrayal.
Yeah.
I mean, not just of the cast, but like the entire crew.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of literal, sometimes blood, but sweat and tears, like all of the shit that goes into the reunions.
Yeah.
It's so much. And for it all to just like these chunks come out without full context.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's absolutely a violation. And I absolutely agree with Andy when he says it's a violation. I totally agree. And I apologize. It's still not going to stop me from listening to him.
No, but I'm still going to watch it.
But I will say the reason, and I mean, this is going to make me sound like a bitch. The reason I feel that I am qualified to listen to the leaks is because I have media literacy.
Yeah.
And it's not going to prevent me from going into the reunion and watching it. If anything, it's making me more excited. I'm not going to lie. It's not. I do think it's making other people more excited too, but I'm not going to like rage about it. I'm going to listen and then I'm going to go into the reunion and watch it. But you know, Mandy don't care is all I know.
No, but here's what I'm wondering is, are they going to cut other segments of the reunion now to have this play out in full? Or are they going to add another part? I mean, I feel like from what I remember, our season 10 reunion, was it about anything other than Scandival? I felt like we talked about that all day.
I think that now, especially with this leak, I think we're absolutely going to get a 4-part reunion. And with Andy making the announcement on his show that a Bravo fan broke the case and that the rumor was that it was Jennifer Lawrence. I think that 4th part will delve into the uncovering. I don't know if they'll name the leak, but I think it'll go into how the leak was. I think it has something to do with the sound engineer and the sound that was coming in the room, because it does sound like there was some sort of HVAC unit and someone identified it. I don't know, but I think that will absolutely play out as an extra part of the reunion.
I wonder, just because, I mean, the amount they have to pay that cast for another episode.
Oh my God.
Obviously, they have the money. But like, I fear that other people's stories that were also important this season are going to get cut short to cover this more, instead of adding a 4th episode. They've never done a 4-part reunion.
Only for Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills was
the
only
really?
one. Yeah, they got 4 parts. That was the only one. It was Erica, the arrest, and Tom Girardi going to jail.
That was really 4 parts?
That was 4 parts. That was the only time we got a 4-part reunion. We were like, God, a month of reunion, but we watched
a month of reunion.
It was a full month.
Yeah.
But yeah, because here's the thing. So I know by the time this episode comes out, Summer House will have played. I did watch the screener though before, and it's still so good. Now, do I think that the editors are coming in and adding some parts because it's sticking out? Because there is a confessional with Kyle, again, you'll see it by then, where he talks about, Amanda hasn't come out and she won't respond to any of his texts. And then West responds to a group text, and all of a sudden Mandy immediately responds and she's like hearting it. And he's like, so this is what it took from West? Like, you'll respond to West, but not me. And it's just like,
ooh.
So it's still interesting. But we also see the in the city cast making an appearance in this episode. Clearly, they're trying to make the transition.
Okay. See, wait, am I behind an episode on Summer House?
No, this is the one that comes out tonight.
Oh, okay.
But nobody's seen it. But by the time this episode comes out, they'll have seen it.
Totally. Okay.
So, yeah. So, like, in the city was introduced in this episode. Obviously, they want to make that transition. They want to show the tension that's happening between Danielle and Lindsay still. And so, will that work? I don't know.
I don't know. Because they already filmed, obviously, in the city.
Yeah. And the worst part is because also in this episode, you also see Kyle trying to talk about Sierra and West. And he's like, I wonder if this conversation they're having will also be her revealing she still has feelings. So it means not only has Ciara been talking to Amanda about this, Kyle has been part of these conversations too. So she's probably been talking to them as a couple. So it literally, it gets better and better every week.
Oh my gosh. Woof.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at her. She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. So like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Do we think has anyone checked on Scheana will ever end?
Oh no, that'll never. Sorry, that's never gonna end. Sorry, boo. I tried to start a new. Has anyone checked on Jesse after those Michelle and Dr. Dre picks him up? I don't know if it'll pick up.
Oh my God, right? Also, it's not Giselle Bryant and Angelina Jolie casually crossing paths.
Yeah, because her daughter, Angelina Jolie's daughter, I think crossed AKA. Obviously, Giselle is a legacy AKA. Her daughters just became AKA. So obviously they were at an AKA thing. So that's super cool. Like just playing it cool, hanging out with Angelina Jolie.
So much chaos in the Bravo world this week. Okay, how about we take a break and then we go and unpack a little more.
Okay.
All right, y'all. You know that feeling when you're invited to a wedding, a birthday party, and like a work thing all in the same month, and suddenly you realize, I have nothing to wear. So you could spend hundreds of dollars on new outfits for everything, or you can do what I've done recently, and you can rent your clothes from Nuuly for just $98. Nuuly is a subscription clothing rental service that lets you pick 6 styles every month for just $98 a month. This has been something that I got introduced to a little over a year ago, and it's been so great when I have events, red carpets, and nights where I know I'm probably not going to repeat the outfit and I don't want to waste money or waste clothes, so I just rent them. You choose from any 6 styles. You can rent for whatever you have going on. If it's like dresses and fancy stuff like I usually need, or if you just want something for every day, maybe you have a lunch meeting, which I've also done. But they have access to thousands of styles from hundreds of brands. My personal favorites, Free People, For Love and Lemons. We have Mother, Hill House. I mean, so many more. It's great too because they have inclusive sizing. They've got options for plus, petite, tall, and maternity, fast, free shipping and returns, plus professional dry cleaning and laundry. And, are you ready for the best part? The option to buy what you love at a really great discount. So if you don't want to give it back, then you can just keep it. And this is what I love about Nuuly is you get to wear more while spending less. You can curb that must buy something new feeling when there are events on the calendar, and you can still feel excited about your wardrobe. No late fees, no damage fees or fees to pause or cancel. So it's really no big deal if like you lose a button, if you spill something, or you just want to take a break. And they have a ton of maternity options for all of my moms to be. I'm telling you, Nuuly can help you get from just popped to postpartum in style. And you can rent from labels like Hatch, Nothing Fits But, Ingrid and Isabel, and so many more. Nuuly is a great value at $98 a month for any 6 styles, but right now you can get $28 off your first month when you sign up with the code GOODASGOLD. Just go to NUULY.com and enter the code GOODASGOLD at sign up to get $28 off your first month. That's NUULY.com. Nuuly with 2 U's and code GOODASGOLD for $28 off your first month. Nuuly subscription clothing rental. Change your clothes. All right, so let's start with West. Okay. He stated on his podcast something to the effect of like people should come for him, not Amanda. But dude, in these leaked audio clips, I mean, I don't know that I really heard his voice once. Maybe once. That's exaggerating. Okay. But like, he's not defending his woman.
Nope.
It's like, it's all fun and games when, you're sneaking around and then shit comes to surface and now you have to deal with it. Now this is your girl.
Mm-hmm.
You guys gonna date? You're gonna get married, run off into the fucking sunset together? Like, where is this going?
Yeah.
Because you blew up your friendships.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, and she left with him. But Kyle did confirm today, Bravo and Cocktails made a post about how, we didn't hear West defending. And Kyle pretty much, he said, that's how it went down. And I mean, I think at one point in the league, didn't we even hear Amanda asking Kyle to defend her? Like, wasn't she like, Kyle, like, girl, what?
Yeah.
You better look to your left.
Literally. I mean, the seating arrangement, perfection.
Yeah.
That's how it needed to be. But it's like, West, he's not giving that, like, what was it, like a 17-page email, that Kyle Cook energy that Amanda's become accustomed to?
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle, I saw, he commented somewhere today, said how West is all PR, zero integrity, and didn't have Amanda's back at the reunion.
Yeah.
So he's...
Yeah, he knows. Like, I mean, Kyle is very alpha male, and I think West gives, even though he's this big sports guy, I think he gives beta energy. And like, some people want that beta energy, but I don't like it. So can we also talk for a second? When we saw them all come into the reunion, Kyle is looking very good these days.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how he drinks so much and ages backwards.
Yeah. Like Benjamin Buttoning.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like with West, he's always going to protect himself first, Like, I can't see him actually, like, truly just defending his woman,
No, he's into himself. He only cares about himself, which is why, like, when people are like, is he good in bed? I'm like, I can't imagine a world in which he is, because one, maybe I know, maybe we all saw the leaks. I don't know.
I was just going to go there. Okay. Are those real or are they AI?
Oh, I think they're real. And not that it's right. I don't think that, I think that revenge porn is awful. People should not release it. But as you know, people just send us stuff and like, you can't help but look. But even beyond that, I just like, he's such a self-absorbed man. I just don't envision him being a giver in bed and that good, personally.
Yeah. And I feel like, as history would show on Bravo shows, that these type of guys, like, they land just fine. You know? I mean, there are even comments of how Jax is missed on the Valley right now.
Oh, God. I mean,
it's just like the toxic men on Bravo don't fall.
No, they don't. Like, he'll thrive. And even if he doesn't thrive
he'll
at Bravo,
fail upward.
Yeah. I think Complex will ride his coattails and use him for whatever. And because that's also full of toxic men over there.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. But I mean, from all of the leaks, I'll say I was really surprised with the tone, the lack of accountability from Amanda. Like, even if it wasn't genuine, I would have assumed that she would go into the reunion empathetic. Like, learn from Raquel.
Yeah.
Learn from us. Like, Schwartz literally stood there and said, you guys, don't fuck this up. You have something magical. And like, learn from us. But like, clearly she didn't. And I mean, it's like what we're getting from these clips. It's like basically Amanda saying, well, I'm single. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
The fuck?
That's exactly what it is. And look, she was in a lose-lose situation, because if she came in contrite, we wouldn't have cared. If she had come in as a villain, we clearly didn't care. And I just think that she decided to lean in villain. And like, again, I hate it, but I always say, like, lean into your best villain if that's what you want to be. And she's doing it. And now I'm shocked by it. But I guess because I didn't expect it, because again, she's been very one-dimensional up until now. And now we're seeing 3D Amanda, 4D Amanda. I'm like, I'm seeing sides I never knew existed in you, girl. I don't like them.
Yeah.
But
did you feel that way about Raquel too? One-dimensional until Scandival?
She still was one-dimensional even after Scandival. Only because there was nothing. She wasn't really giving me. Like, I don't think that she was getting eaten up.
Yeah.
I do think Amanda's getting eaten up, but she's eaten back, and that's I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. You're really doing this. But again, we only have 7 minutes, 10 minutes at this point.
As long as it takes Rob to hang a TV. Oh, he was at Stagecoach this weekend. I had someone come up to me and they're like, oh, I ran into your 7-minute TV hanging X today.
Oh, God.
But then what was so funny is my cousin is dating a guy who very much resembles Rob. And at one point, me and him were walking to the bathroom and I was like, oh my God, is someone going to think because they knew Rob was here? That
Yes, exactly.
But okay, back to Amanda and West.
Yes.
My question is, if it's not wrong, then why are you hiding it? Why deny it? Why were you lying? You're single. You can do whatever you want. So you don't feel it's wrong. I mean, it's just like you don't lie about something that you feel fully justified in, you know?
Absolutely. I don't like... Again, the biggest betrayal in situation to me is with Sierra.
Yes.
I just, again, I feel bad for Kyle and all of that stuff, but like, that is where it's at for me. You knew, and again, this episode this week showed even more how much she knew. And you can even see the look in her face where you realize something has already gone down. I don't know if it was physical or emotional, but
emotional, 100%.
The look that she had in her face when she learned that they were going to go on a double date with Ben and Sabrina, she was shook. You could see it in her face.
Yeah.
And
Interesting. I mean, I feel like there's this like underlying resentment towards Sierra, you know, that is coming out, and you see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like,
so whether it's jealousy or storylines, attention,
insecurity, jealousy, all the things combined.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you can't be friends with people who are jealous of you.
No.
Like, I have really learned that. And, but it's like the way Amanda is reacting just doesn't scream, I hurt my friend.
No.
It's more like, well, why is everyone against me? Why is everyone defending her? Like, I'm single. I'm going through a divorce. I didn't do anything wrong.
And like, she's bought into the West propaganda of like, this has been going on for 2 years and she just won't let it go. And like, I'm just so sick of it. And she's just like, yeah, like she needs to just let it go. You like barely even dated. And it was 2 years ago. Like, it feels like she's buying into that propaganda.
Yeah. I don't know. There's like real manipulation, duplicity, gaslighting, all of the things that, you know, Scandival portrayed just right back here.
Yeah.
And it's like they weren't even just sneaking around. Like they were also like, you know, as they said, like gallivanting, and they were like out together. And
yeah, in their face. Did you ever think after Scandival we would ever have another scandal on Bravo like this? Like, I knew there would be, but like,
who's that dumb?
Yeah. We saw what happened. Like, that's what's crazy.
I know.
I'm shocked still.
Yeah.
That this, like, I don't know.
And I think what makes it land emotionally more than anything is just Sierra's history. You know, how she's been so open about having her guard up, struggling to trust, like being attracted to someone of another race. And it's just like, imagine, you know, every private conversation you've had with a friend, just wondering if it was like repeated or twisted or used against you, and just questioning what's real. Like, it's just like,
Well, you know, she's reading into that because, again, when we saw last week, both Amanda and Wes used separately, I see you. She knew in that moment they've been talking about her to each other, and that had to make her heart sink.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I mean, that like kind of betrayal, you know, it really does reshape how you move going forward, and it stays with you. It will get easier over time, of course, because time heals all wounds and whatnot, but it just... It reshapes your trust.
No, and you try not to ruin future relationships because of it, but you know that the next guy, you're going to ask crazy questions and do crazy things that you don't want to, but you can't help yourself.
No, it's, you know, it is a very real, relatable kind of hurt, and it's just shitty. It really is. There was one point in the leaked audio where it sounds like Sierra was making a comparison if, like, how it would look if Kyle and Amanda's friend Katie, I think Katie DeLuca, who's on the city one, like if they had a secret thing going on, just to kind of show the level of duplicity. And Amanda's response is like, well, we've been friends since the 3rd grade, and it's like a deeper friendship, meaning that it's not the same level of betrayal. Like...
No, you just have maybe respect for her for other reasons, maybe melanated related. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I just think that certain white women, they could have lots of black girlfriends, but they don't put them in the same bucket of worthiness sometimes. Like, they just see them as inferior, or I don't know.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, to Sierra, you know, like Amanda was one of her best friends. It's so fucked up.
Paige and Sierra hyped you up on that bikini line that was like...
Yes, they were like the best hype women. The girls of all girls.
Yeah, I would not lose that for anything in the world. Are you kidding me? Like, no. It's
also very telling that Amanda admits she was scared to tell Sierra because she knew it would end the friendship. So why are you doing it in the first place?
Exactly.
You know, but it's like... Still, it didn't. The joint PR statement, and then she made a joke that like ChatGPT wrote it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like,
but even to joke about it, it's just like, why are you even joking about it? I would love to know the conversations Amanda's mother is having with her, because that to me would also inform a lot. Because if she's also co-signing on Amanda's behavior, then there's no winning. Because if your own mama can't tell you that you're doing wrong, there's no hope.
No, literally. Okay. Any final thoughts on that?
I'm still excited. Every week I turn on Summer House and I still fucking love it. And I would watch 10 hours of it, but I would still watch all 4 parts of the watch, the reunion.
And sending her a text, not even a call, not even an in-person, saying damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, you could have handled it better. You could have been honest early.
Yeah.
You could have sat her down in person, could have said, we are in love. We didn't mean for any of this to happen. Like, I understand if this changes things between me and you, but like, I want to tell you before someone else does, before you find out in a shitty way, like Instagram. Whew. And you know what? Here's the last thing I'll say on this. I think, we both take mental health very seriously. We don't want to see anyone in that type of place of darkness. Amanda's been very open about her depression, her mental health struggles and whatnot. And Kyle has reminded others about that with his like Man on the Street interview. And, she's going through it. But Amanda has this expectation of empathy from others, but seems to be lacking in that for Sierra in this whole mess. What about Sierra's mental health? What about,
no, like right now, this woman is going through all sorts of phases of betrayal, trust, like not even knowing. Her mental health is struggling too. Because she also admitted she was on Prozac this year. She's also trying to be less. So she's also been open about her mental health. So
and it's like, where was the concern for how this was going to affect Sierra? That's not someone prioritizing a friendship and having a consideration and care for a good friend. That's just like managing a fallout.
Yeah, no. And it's like the weirdest part about these sorts of splits, it's like a death, but the person still is walking around. Like at least with death, it's a finality. It sucks, but like it's done. No, it's just a death because you really can't ever talk to them again, but you might accidentally run into them in the city somewhere.
Yeah. And there could have been a world where Sierra maybe could have accepted this if they handled it properly.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, there would have maybe even been a world if Tom and Raquel handled it properly. Like, I mean, I don't think it would have been a scorched earth reunion.
Yeah.
If before anything happened, hey, these feelings are starting to come. You and I aren't in a good place. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just like the way these people handle their shitty behavior.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, okay, that's all I have to say on that.
Well, I want to talk a little more about reality TV, but in a different way, because it's so funny anytime you start going viral somewhere, immediately I start getting DMs of like, what does Scheana have to say about this? Because they're like, ask Scheana right now.
Has anyone checked on her?
And I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm probably talking about her, but I'm not going to tell you. But okay. But obviously, I feel like you've gone more viral on reality shows this past week.
That I'm not even on.
That you're not even on. I keep seeing you in my feed.
Yeah.
And obviously, one of the big ones was, Stassi coming back to Vanderpump Villa and her and Lisa Vanderpump literally sitting down and having an entire conversation. I feel like trashing you, like, I'm just curious, like, when you see that, like, what is going through, like, what are you thinking? Are you kind of just like, ugh?
Honestly, I look at my tattoo and I just say, let them. I think a year ago, I would have already addressed this on the podcast. I would have already been in the comment section. I probably would have done a story about it or a live or something, just being like, I need to defend myself. I need to get my part out there. But here's the thing, like, nothing I said in my book was untrue. I think I would have been sued by now if I said some shit that wasn't true.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a big difference between speaking your lived experience and talking shit. From what I've heard, and I don't even think I saw all of it, people were sending me TikToks and whatever of Stassi and Lisa, so I don't know that I saw all of it. Like, they were talking shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lived experience. This is what I went through with Scheana sort of thing, So it's like, if you actually read my book, I did not trash Lisa. I also spoke very highly of Lisa. I have had so much respect for Lisa as a businesswoman, as a mother, like core memories and things that I will take with me and how like I run businesses. And I mean, I just remember when I started working at Villa Blanca, I first thought, oh my God, like, so because her son is adopted, they just make him the dishwasher. Like, that's so fucked up. And Pandora gets to be the lead server and just like face of front of house and all of that. But then I found out that Max at 16 was caught smoking weed and got like suspended from school. And that was his punishment. And I was like, damn, good on you. Like, mad respect for your parenting style.
Yeah.
And just running businesses and everything. Like, I had so many good things to say about her over the years. And I think I said some of those in the book as well. But it's like, the truth is, we did have a complicated relationship, and that's what I covered in the book. I know how this world works. I was a part of it for a very long time, and I've been on the receiving end of those phone calls and those nudges and those suggestions of, what to say, when to say it, where to say it. Maybe you can tweet this. I know Twitter's not as big anymore, Threads, whatever. So it's like when I see certain narratives popping up, it doesn't really feel random or surprising. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you're doing because I've done it before. Like, I think it was maybe Erica Jane who said that Lisa reeked of cigarettes and wine, or I don't even know what she said, but it was something insulting.
Yeah.
Ring, ring. I get a phone call. Hi, darling. And it was just like, I can't tell you what to say. However, if you would go and do a little tweet, it might be nice to say something of the other side. And so I was like, I don't know what you guys are saying, but every time I'm around Lisa, like, she smells like rosé and rainbows or like whatever the fuck I said, So I've done those things so many times for her. I've gotten the phone calls. Like, Shay could literally vouch for me as he was laying in bed next to me morning after morning after morning, getting these phone calls. Even when I was writing my book, I texted him and I was like, okay, look, because I start to with my OCD, I get in my head and I'm like, am I remembering things properly? Like, that is so embedded in my brain. But like, am I making, like, I remember this properly, right? And I messaged him and I was like, hey, you remember like these morning phone calls I get? He's like, oh my God, yes. Like, and then was going in. I'm like, okay. I just like, for my OCD, I just had to confirm with you because I start to second guess myself because I'm like, it's been a decade, like, do I remember this properly?
Exactly.
And he was like, no, that's exactly it. And I was like, okay, screenshot, send it to legal for the book. And I'm like, fact checked, like, this happened.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So with Stassi, I feel like I have a bit of a level of understanding with her because it wasn't too long ago. We were at a birthday party and it was, so it was right when we were maybe filming The Valley season 2. Vanderpump Rules, we still think it's coming back for season 12. And Jeremiah was talking to Stassi and they were trying to get her back because we were thinking this might be one final season. Don't know if Ariana's going to come back. TBD what happens with Katie, but if Stassi comes back, like, Katie will probably stay. And like, Stassi and I were in a good place then.
Yeah.
And so we're at this birthday party and I was like, okay, so like, what do you think? Like, is it like a name your price? And like, would you come back? And she was like, honestly, Scheana, I can't do it. And I was like, why? Like, just one season, like, come on, like, we're all like in like a good place together now. Like, that could be fun, like a nice way to wrap it up. And she goes, honestly, I will never sit down and have a conversation with Lisa Vanderpump. And I was like, really? And she goes, that's what it would be. It would be me coming back to the show and I have to have a sit down like I did season 3 or 4, whenever it was. And she goes, and I'll never do that. And I was like, oh, okay. So no season 12 for Stassi. Got it. So then imagine my shock when I hear she's going on Vanderpump Villa.
Yeah.
I was like,
and literally had to sit down this last, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, you do what you got to do to get your bag, get your show picked up, all of that. Respect. Honestly, might have done the same thing.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know why she would actually be so upset about the fact that, like, look, she did convince you to somehow bring this shit onto the show. It actually makes you look like a really good executive producer, and you should just own it.
Right.
Because we trust you now as creating a good show. Like, why would you want to bury that?
I know. And it's like everyone I've seen in the comments, people are like, don't bite the hand that fed you. Bravo was the hand. I have not bitten them. But like, let's be real, okay? Reality TV was never my dream. It was literally something that I was like, I do not want to do reality. Because once you do that, back then, there was no crossover. I would remember season 1, 2, 3, going to auditions for commercials and stuff. And even like casting directors kind of being like, oh, it's the girl from like that show. Like, not going to hire the homewrecking whore for a Carl's Jr. spot or like whatever. You know, it was just like, it did hurt me. I was acting. I was booking roles regularly. I was screen testing for soap operas. Like, I was really making steps in the right direction for what I wanted in my career.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get convinced by Lisa, Pandora, and Alex Baskin to do this show.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take the meeting. I remember vividly where I was. I was like in Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana area. It was my cousin's birthday. I had spent the night. Shay and I wake up the next morning. Pandora calls me and she was like, I need you to go into SUR today. Like, please, like my mom wants you to take this meeting. Just take the meeting. But like Pandora, my friend, had to call me and convince me to go. And so I did. Did I say yes? Of course I did. You know, and I built a career for it from it that I'm very grateful for. But like, there's also a cost that people don't talk about, you know, the doors that closed, the jobs I didn't get because of it, the labels that have stuck. You know, I will forever be a homewrecking whore. People are never gonna, 20 years later, it's still
Oh God, I know even
there.
Brandy's trying to chime in. That was another one.
And then she's like, well, I didn't read the book. I heard it was a good book, but then da-da-da. I'm like, you are all over the place.
But
like,
also we hear, Brandy, maybe you are the original homewrecking whore.
I know, right? I just saw that. But it's like, you know, this whole show, how it started, it was me getting tricked into working a party that cameras were at where I'm not mic'd, where Brandy is at. And as I say in the end of my book, I found out more recently that Lisa did know the whole time. This is clearly what started the show. And as much as I knew that deep down, until it was confirmed by a very good source, which people can probably put the pieces together now, like, I just thought maybe coincidence. It's LA. LA is so small. Like the amount, you know, like people running into people and whatnot. Sure, that could have just been a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I know it wasn't. Like you actually used me to get this show off the ground.
And own it. I just went to Rez's book signing. You know, he just released his book. And he talks about this entire thing at the book signing about Gigi had brought up that Mike was trying to sleep with her.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't bring it up on camera. And the producers were like, we gotta get them to talk about it. He's like, Rez was like, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I don't know how we're gonna bring it up. The producers use these random Gmail that's like, you know, Shaws of Sunset, 1234, at Gmail.
Yeah.
He just set up some random Gmail, writes an email to Mike and his girlfriend at the time. I can't remember if it was Jessica or whatever. Hey, I'm producer. He came up with some name. He's like, you and Jessica are the stars of the show. It's clear. He's just like, and he's going on. He's just like kissing Mike's ass. And he's like, but, you know, I just did a Gigi's confessional and she was talking so much shit about you. Oh my God. And like, she was going off. Like, Mike is in the car when he gets this email on the way to this party where Gigi's at. So I want to go back and watch this season. I don't know if it was season 2 or 4 he said, Mike, so Reza sees Mike storm into this party, beelines it to Gigi. And he's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Gigi's caught off guard because she has no idea why Mike is mad at her.
Right, because she's not talking about this.
She was like, who the fuck do I think I am? No, but you were trying to fuck me in Mexico.
Yes,
and then the producer looked over at Reza and they were like, and so anyways, it's crazy. But again, it just makes you look like a good producer. So Lisa, just own that you like produce the hell out of you and, you know.
Just own it. But I just feel like that's just one of the many reasons why I felt like I needed a break from reality TV, from someone else producing me, forcing me into conversations that I'm not ready to have, resolution that I don't want. It just, this time away has meant so much to me and just given me the space to really like reconnect with who I am outside of the world of reality TV and just outside of everyone else's expectations of me in life. And, you know, I'm going to come back to reality TV eventually.
Course.
It needs to be the right show, the right formula of everything. But I'm like, I'm never going to just be away from it forever. But when I do come back, it's going to be on my terms.
You've paid your dues and like you can do it on your terms. I say the same thing. I mean, not say the same thing, but I think Dorinda feels the same way. I think with this Golden Life, she's like, I think it's more her terms, right? Yeah. All the Roni women were like, you know what? We're going to do it. And I think when you pay your dues, you're owed that.
I just feel like in the past on reality TV, the version of me who people saw in like a lot of ways, that girl is someone who just let go of her dreams, relinquished control, and was just like, oh, you think that's a funny interview bite for me to say? Like, okay, I'll say it this way. And they're like, try it this way. And I'm like, okay, I'm an actress. I can do it in 4 ways. And then they pick the one that looks shady.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like I lost a lot of myself along the way. And I leaned into a version that people expected that was maybe, I don't know, easier to define or like put in a box. But it just, looking back, it wasn't the best version of me. It's not a version that I even recognize at some points. And there's a song on my EP, I think it's called Lesson. And I think everyone will know who that song is about. The person I wrote it about also knows there is a song on the EP for them.
Okay.
It's a little bit about 2 people.
Okay.
But I just feel like this time moving forward in that capacity will be different, and people might still not like me, and that's okay. You might not like my EP, and that's okay. But it's like, that's not my goal anymore. And the EP I'm putting out with the 27s, I actually like wrote these lyrics and put my heart and soul into it. And so if people don't like it, like, I don't fucking care. And you're missing it all at my birthday.
I'm so mad at myself. I'm going to FaceTime Mark and then just tell him to prop me up.
I love it. All right. Do you have any flowers you would like to give out for the week?
You know what? I actually want to give flowers to Allie and Kayla, the exes of Steve McBee, for finally I love when girls come together, because now Allie has been reposting Callie's texts. They've been like supporting one another. So I want to give that, because like call these toxic men out.
Yes.
Don't let them get away.
Steven McBee.
Exactly.
Jr.
Steven McBee Jr. Well, they're both. They both deserve it. I mean, the other one is in prison. So.
Totally. We laugh. Well, thank you for being here. I had to get one in with you before you leave me.
Yes.
And if you guys aren't already, you need to listen to Kiki weekdays on Radio Andy's Reality Check. Find her at The Talk of Shame. And have a blast in France.
I will.
Oh, I'm so jealous. See, but it's different when you can admit you're jealous of someone. Then it's okay.
It's good friendship.
All right. Bye, guys.